Alright, hello there YouTube. This is Mr. Pokemon 907. So welcome to my episode 4 of 24 of my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe slash Mario Kart 8.5 run. Alright, so back in the Grand Prix. This is 100cc, and who do I feel like playing? I'm gonna go ahead and try Metal Mario, or Gold Mario. What does he say? Oh, just a little, cool laugh. Alright, so Gold Mario is really heavy, physics-wise, but, things in this game are balanced out. This shouldn't be too terrible. I'm feeling this scooter. I really am. Alright, so retro off-road again, or do I want to go? Nice. Triforce tires. Leaf tires. Or the slim tires. Alright, I think that's fine, actually. I really think that's fine. Let's see, roller tires. Is there a roller? Crimson Slim. Gotta go retro off-road again if I want proper speed and stats. These tires are taking it a lot. So yeah, the previous episode was the Star Cup. Now I'm moving on to the Special Cup, the fourth and final cup of this Nitro Grand Prix section of this game. So let's go on ahead. Excitement. This is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks. Out of all of them, from every game so far, this is one of my faves. Alright. The handling on this is quite interesting. Yeah, should be fun. Yeah. I like this a lot. Alright, holding this for defense. Oh, this is nice. Alright. Just had that for defense. A good thing. Alright. Yeah. I didn't think I could possibly take this shortcut, the way that this cart feels. Yup. Yeah. Alright. Send back both of those. I don't really like holding all the bombs. He gets... So Gold Mario gets a lot of bombs, I reckon. Sending that back. Alright. And another bomb. Okay. Is it this cart? This bike? Scooter bike? I'm holding this shell for defense. I'm accustomed to the timing, so I already knew that it was going to fade away before. Alright, over there is going to be hit with lightning. Alright. Oh, of course, you took away my freaking shell, boo. Oh, fuck you, game. The swearing is definitely necessary right there. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Right when I'm over a crevice, hitting me with lightning just so that I would fall in. That is utter evil. That is evil as shit. Alright. Get my double item box. Get these coins. I deserve them after what happened there just now. Alright. Red shell, you go to hell. Alright. Get this. I knew it. Perfect timing, huh? Oh my god, please, please, please. Nope. Nope, nope, we're not gonna make it. Barely. Oh my god. Alright. That was a nice run. That was a nice run. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of the first race. Now on race number 2 here. Alright. Bone Dry Jones. This is a really cool track as well. They told us to toss coins onto the track for us and stuff. They're really good fans, aren't they? I think it's the N64 Rainbow Road remake in this that was supposed to have coins in the track as well. And they only just realized recently. I find that so interesting. There's a track in, I won't be selling it out, I won't be saying exactly what, but there's a track in Mario Kart World where, you know, you get fans tossing coins onto the track for you as well. And it's only after that game launched that people realized that there was a glitch in 8 Deluxe in this where the coins that were supposed to be thrown onto the track never were. And that was for months, you know, over years. The game was like that, and it was only fixed after maybe they were playing World and was like, wait a minute, isn't this supposed to happen in... That seems a little negligent. So I guess Nintendo's a negligent parent here. Quite interesting, kind of laughable as well. Why a game could be out for years and stuff, and you don't fix something until you see it in another game happening, and then you're like, oh, that was supposed to happen in Deluxe as well. We've got to patch that thing. Alright. Interesting, man. Quite interesting. Alright, so second lap. Still important that I stay ahead. So I'm trying my best here for every corner, every drift. I knew I was going to miss that, but you know, I'm good enough that missing a few double item boxes sometimes won't affect me initially too much. Alright. Alright, there we go. Possibly could make it up there barely, but I'd have to direct my vehicle as soon as I got off the jump. Not really about all that right now. Good, get my purple. Alright. Purple drift boost, or level 3 drift boost right there. Of course, boo. Watch it. Leave us. Of course, game. Of freaking course. Of course. Jesus, dang annoying. Ah. Okay. Okay. Alright. Woo! Alright, so that's it for race number 2. Now moving on to race number 3. Let's go. I've definitely got to change this. This camera setting. This isn't the best for this. I mean, it's nighttime and stuff. The camera is going to be focusing a lot because of the glare. There's going to be a lot of glare going on. The camera is doing really well though in my books. It really is. Still, blurry eyesight is never fun. That's technically what it is when the camera every few seconds is like focusing. Not nice. So I'm gonna look into that. The next episode after this, I should have better performance there. Alright, dropping that right there. Alright, so that's where you just punch, so I'm going this way. Dropping that there. Alright. So holding this for defense. Alright. Get around these boulders. Yep. Of course, I've had this game for years. I know my stuff. Get that stunt right there. I'm going to risk it tossing that back because we're right. Hopefully I get a defense, and nope, I get a freaking coin. Alright. The road curves so much that the way that I'm peeping at the screen, yeah. This more favors like, oop, that's where you punch, so you're gonna punch the other side. This is a safer route then. Yeah. Oh my god, no, 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 no. I braked a bit so we wouldn't end up too close to the edge. Getting hit over a ravine is never fun. So the game overdid it again. Always fucking overdoing it. Excuse my language. Jesus, man. Every time you take a ravine or a jump somewhere, it's going to be sending these, shit. Couldn't get away from that either. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, send that back. I'm annoyed, so I'm going to be playing as good as I can. Out of annoyance, I know. How hilarious, right? Okay, god damn it. Okay, so this is the safe route. Alright. Destroy that. And that, fuck! This game is ridiculous. At least Lakitu drops us back here. That's the fair play, because we were just making it there anyways. There's a red shell. Possibly something else on a dang tail already too. Nope. We're fine. Barely made it in that race for sure. Barely made that. So that's the end of race number 3. Now we're going on to race number 4, the final for this special cup. And this would be the end of the Nitro Grand Prix section. Yeah. Next race. The Rainbow Cup of Mario Kart 8 Nintendo Wii U. Awesome. Amazing track as well. Mario Kart 8 is Nintendo Wii U. That was the best time we've had. People who are publicly saying that the Wii U is terrible, I do not know what that is about, because these games are all amazing. This is, Mario Kart 8 is a Nintendo Wii U title for those who never knew that. 8 Deluxe. The Deluxe is like, it's like a repackaging of an older game. For those who never knew, it is. Alright. Take that jump here. Camera is so twisty in this game. There we go. Holding that for the fence. Oh god. Okay, sending that back. Yep, barely got that out in time. Jesus, the lightning. Can't I have a freaking good run for once, game? I'm convinced by now this game has a mind of its own. And it's annoying as hell. So at least I get some coins back. Right, taking this corner here. Jesus, I can't even get these coins in peace. Wow. This game is stressful as hell. Alright, oh god. Get these double item boxes. Alright. Yeah. Every corner you can. Yep, I barely got that out in time too. Yeah, there we go. Alright, hopefully game doesn't do anything too evil this time around. Alright. Oh gosh, missed that stunt. Still pretty much got it though. Still got it. Dang, swapped on us. that. Alright. Drop that there. Okay. Of course, boo. Got it. Woo! Stressful, so stressful. Alright. So the result screen. These dang spiny shells, like, numerous, man. It's weird even. That's a weird icon though. That's Metal Mario's icon, isn't it? No, it's at the front, so that's interesting. The sign on the bike. Scooter bike. Alright. So we get a 3-star there as well. The credit screen for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah. So we get a speaker bunch. So this is the second 2 of 3 for this run. The third and final time I'll be doing this. Well, the third time, and then when I come back to do 200cc a little later in history. So it's soon over, man. I know, right? I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to get it done. So after I finish this, I'm going to be doing some Mario Kart Tour. There are a few events going on right now. I missed a bunch already, I know, but I'm going to leave it to fate. Whatever I end up there getting, when I get there, whatever's going on is whatever's going on, right? So it should be interesting doing a few recordings with that game, because I never really played through it as much. Mario Kart Tour / Mario Kart 9. It should be awesome. So I'm going to do this, Mario Kart Tour, then we're going to go on to Mario Kart World, and I'm thinking after Mario Kart World, I'm going to begin some The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess episodes. I was going to start that and like hold these off, but this is way too much to do. Way too much. I want to at least finish 150. Should be easy as hell, especially for most of the games. You've got enough speed that once you're driving well, you're like way ahead of the pack. And yeah, it's going to be way easier to finish your laps without issue, because by the time the blue shell makes it to you, or you know, gets sent, you're already whizzed through the freaking race and lap already. So 150cc is easier in some means, and more difficult for those who aren't skilled with drifting and stuff yet, because you know, if you're not drifting well and such, you aren't getting ahead as much. Yeah, but if you are good at that, at least it's like a breeze. So the 150cc run for these Mario Kart games should be kind of short. Each episode is going to be even shorter than these are. These end up going into the 20s, you know, if I'm talking at the end of the episode, maybe 15 minutes. The episodes before would have been like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on if I were dead or anything of the sort, 20 minutes such. So I'm guessing, I'm telling you, the 150cc engine class Mario Kart episodes, especially for some games, might end up, no lie, might end up 10 minutes or less, maybe sometimes even 9 or 8 minutes, depending on how simple the games are. Maybe Super Circuit for Game Boy Advance. So yeah, took me a few days, maybe a few weeks you'd say, but yeah, I did it pretty much on my final stretch for the 100cc engine class already. Feels like yesterday that I started this marathon. amazing end credits, to be honest. Musical, man. Music is awesome. There's no congratulations, thank you for playing screen. It's just back here as cinematic and awesome as ever. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Very next episode, I'm going to move on to the Shell Cup, the first cup of the Retro Grand Prix section. So I'm going to show you what that means. Let's go back into the Grand Prix section at 100 in case, you know, as if I was playing again and I'm not. This is the end of the episode. I'm just giving you a heads up for what's coming next. Alright, so these 4 mushroom, flower, star, and special just completed for 100. And these 4, shell, banana, leaf, and lightning, are all tracks from older games. So this is the Retro Grand Prix section. Nintendo Wii, Moo Meadows, Nintendo Game Boy Advance, Mario Circuit, Nintendo DS, Cheap Cheap Beach. Then Nintendo 64's is Toad's Turnpike, way better than the nightmare that Nintendo 64 is. Alright, and it's going to go on from there. All of them are remakes of older games. So Retro Grand Prix Shell Cup, very next episode. That's it for this episode. Remember to leave a like if you do, please. Leave a comment as well. And leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. I have to add that. It's really would sound as though I'm asking people to leave a like, even if they liked it or not. If you do want to, alright? And that button that says subscribe, that is really just a follow button. There's no payment necessary. There's so many services online that use that word subscribe for paid services. This is something that YouTube, I almost said Nintendo, hold on, wait. This is something that YouTube, almost again, but I caught myself weird. It's something that YouTube/Google LLC really needs to fix. That should be saying follow, because all you're doing is following my channel. You would be notified whenever I upload a new episode. Things like making posts and stuff here on YouTube. You'd see all of that in your notification section of your phone, tablet, television, whatever device you're using. And you'd be able to stay tuned. So remember, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whenever and wherever you're watching. Until next episode, this has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Stay tuned.